Formula One 2023 season. We got a couple days to go, or even a couple times to go, to see the car in action. And it's going to answer some of the question that we already been questioning since the pre-season testing. And a lot of people saying what we learned from the pre-season testing. Well, a lot, even though the pre-season testing is not going to be a legit answer. Because if you compare the pre-season testing into the actual race, it's a completely different. It's like you're comparing an assignment and an exam, okay? Even though the object is the same, but they're just completely different. But before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. And I don't know how to saying this. Ultimate guide of the 2023. I don't know. But the thing is, I'm going to talk about everything, every team. Talk about everything, every team in the 2023 grid. Okay, I'm going to talk about everything, like rumors, a new idea, or the team that improve it. Basically everything, okay? Of course, I'm going to start off with the Oracle Red Bull Racing, the strongest team, apparently. But the thing is that the team that already strongest, that getting even more stronger. And of course, the lineup is the championship last year, Max Verstappen, and the Mexican Minister of Defense, Sergio Perez, or Checo Perez. For this team, there's not much to talk about, besides they using a different sidepod design, even though the previous sidepod design back in the 2020 was successful. Because here's the thing, that sidepod design already been used by the Ferrari back in the 90s, and also already been used by the Toro Rosso, their sister team, okay, back in the 2010s, but I don't exactly know which year it is. But the thing is, those sidepod design already been used by two Italian teams, and surprisingly, they both failed. Like, I know there's some other factor beside the sidepod design, but I think the sidepod design are one of the factors why they failed. Now, it's kind of interesting to see Red Bull decide to ditch their 2022 sidepod design. That we all know that design was totally successful. I mean, almost every team on the grid using the same sidepod design as Red Bull. I mean, Williams, McLaren, Aston Martin, you name it, they're using the same sidepod design. And somehow Red Bull decided to redesign their sidepod and using the design that already been used by two previous teams that I say. And those two teams as well already been proved that sidepod design was a totally failure. But somehow Adrian Newey managed to bring the table down and say, well, they didn't actually say, it's not a failure design. I mean, they already been proved by both Red Bull managed to get into the top 3 leaderboard in the FP1, FP2. If you want to know more about that new sidepod design, you can check out the race if you want to know more. And the fact they breached the cost cap rules, it doesn't mean anything. Like, they're still the strongest team on the grid right now, apparently. Same as the Aston Martin that also breached the cost cap for some. I mean, I'm still wondering, where did they spend until they breached the cost cap? Like, I still doesn't know. Like, it's like a big question mark, Speaking of the Aston Martin, the Aramco Aston Martin Cognizant Formula One team, Jesus, they got to talent sponsor. The team that known as a copy-paste Formula One team, yeah. I mean, back in the 2020, they literally copy-paste the Mercedes the W010. And in the Spanish GP back in the 2022, Aston Martin revealed a big update for the sidepod design. And we all know the sidepod design, it's kind of same. Well, isn't exact same as the Red Bull. And here's the thing, okay? The sidepod design is not the main answer, because the main answer is the ground effect. Because in the new rules, it's all about the ground effect. It's about the sliding skirt. Is that the old one? But the thing is, it's all about the ground effect. So sidepod design, it doesn't mean anything, and that proving when Aston Martin having a big update in the Spanish GP is not instantly they're having a good pace either. So yeah, they need some time to understand the element of the new design. And in the 2023, their new car, not also using a Red Bull sidepod design as well, but also they're using some element from the team that previously was in the top 4 of the constructor, like Mercedes. Okay, they're having a Mercedes front nose design, and also the side pod not only using a Red Bull side pod design, but also they're using a Canon design that they use in Alpine in A522. So they not just literally copy paste other team design and try to mixing together, because that's not how it works. They're trying to understand the characteristic of their car, and then they taking inspiration for other teams and make their own car, and that's what I like it. And you got the AMR 23, and for the lineup, they lost Sebastian Vettel, the four-time world champion, decided to hang up his steering wheel and retire, and get along with the family, and got replaced by another Formula One world champion, Fernando Alonso, one of my favorite drivers. And I think it's a bad decision considering Aston Martin looking good now. I mean, Fernando Alonso in the FP1 got the second place, and the FP2 he got the fastest lap, which is a good thing for Aston Martin. It's going to be a new challenger for this year. And for the second one, Lance Stroll, it's nothing changed. I mean, Lance Stroll his father was a owner of the team, so I'm not surprised if he's staying on the team. Moving on into your Scuderia Ferrari. There's nothing much to talk about. I mean, I'm still finding a word or even like a sentence to describe this team besides just red. I mean, in the preseason testing, Ferrari didn't show anything special. Someone said they're finding the perfect tune. Just like that. I don't know, either they are sandbagging or something. But I still doesn't know. I'm still doesn't find anything like something very sketchy from the Ferrari. Besides having a trouble when it comes to the cornering. And the drivers lineup, it remains the same. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, and also a new team principal, Frédéric Vasseur, that we all know he's from Alfa Romeo. So it's a French dude. Let's see that new team principal can make a better strategy. Only time will tell. All right, move on to the Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula One team, the team that was good but not good enough, because they're solving the proposing problem, which is good. Okay, the car is better at straight line speed, even more stable, and it's a good news for Mercedes. But the thing is, after that proposing problem, the new problem is now popping in. So they still need to finding the solution, and basically like that. Besides the car just back in black, and that proving the car is still having a weight problem. So and the lineup, it's still the same: Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Move on into the BWT Formula One team. Same as the Ferrari, I still doesn't know how to describe this team besides just blue and pink, because they're still finding. They're also like a Ferrari, still finding a perfect tune for this car, perfect settings for this car, should I say? And the lineup, there's something different. Fernando Alonso quit from Alpine, and we all know he's in the Aston Martin now. Got replaced by Red Bull drivers, AlphaTauri drivers, Pierre Gasly, and his main rivals. You know the reason why I'm saying his main rival, because Gasly and Ocon has a bad history. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm saying rivals. I don't know, is it gonna be Hamilton and Rosberg, but this time in the French outfit team? Only time will tell. And also, I do like the wheels cover design, because at the front, the color have been dominated by blue Alpine, while in the real wheels, the real wheels cover, it's in the opposite side, because it's been dominated by the BWT, a pink of the BWT. So it's kind of mismatched wheels cover, and I do like it. Okay, at least they did something with the wheels cover. There's nothing much to talk about beside the front nose design. It's kind of similar to the Aston Martin, because they're using a flat front nose concept or something. But the thing is, the front nose design is different than the previous one. It's even more flat, like the Aston Martin. So it's kind of funny, because Aston Martin using a missile, like a side pod design at the top, like the Alpine, but on the other side, Alpine using a same front nose design like in Aston Martin. So it's just like a it's just like a something moving on to something like that. I don't know. Moving on to my favorite team, McLaren Formula One team, that's somehow stepping back. The thing that I can describe this team, it's just the team that with a low expectation, basically like that. And yeah, like I said in the previous video, I didn't expect anything besides just special livery they're gonna run, and also special fuse livery that always run in the Abu Dhabi livery. And the lineup is different because Daniel Ricciardo, the man that we love, is now gone. Yeah, because basically Ricciardo just can't keep up with the car. Okay, it's just not his style. And then Ricciardo is back in the old house, Red Bull Racing, got replaced by another Aussie dude that somehow was a Alpine Academy drivers. And we all know the controversy, the problem, the Ganso, okay, the lineup, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, and yeah, basically like that. There's nothing to talk about this this team. Moving on into Alfa Romeo F1 team stick, the team that always late when it comes to F1 design trend, because in the 2020, almost every team using a same design trend, like a narrow front nose, like a Red Bull, Mercedes. Well, actually, the first team that used a narrow front nose design was the Mercedes, and over the year, the team decided to use the same design, like a Mercedes, like a Red Bull, McLaren, AlphaTauri, Alpine, you name it. But Alfa Romeo still believe that boxy nose design back in the 2020, it's the best design. But the next year in 2021, they decided to go with anybody else. They're using a narrow front nose design. Same as the 2022, when almost everybody using same design as a Red Bull. Alfa Romeo still believe their side pod design. When in the 2023, they decided to go the same like anybody else. All right, Haas F1 team, the only American team on the grid. The only thing I can describe is the team future is looking bright because they got Kevin Magnussen, Nico Hülkenberg, the driver that was very experienced than Mick Schumacher. I'm sorry, but Nico Hülkenberg was having much F1 experience than Mick Schumacher. And their new title sponsor, MoneyGram, and also they're using a same side pod design as Ferrari. And a bit of fun fact, Mercedes and Ferrari are the only team that didn't copy Red Bull design. They're using their own design. So yeah, I mean, not surprised because Mercedes and Ferrari are the top teams. So yeah, I don't know. Did they decide, I don't know. Did they keep the pride being as the top team? But yeah, Haas future is looking bright, and there's nothing much to talk about besides the team just American. Moving on to the AlphaTauri, the second Red Bull, that having some rumors going on. If he doesn't know, there's rumors about Red Bull gonna sell the AlphaTauri team, but AlphaTauri knows it and denied it. Red Bull's not gonna sell the shareholders, and they're still keeping up with the sister team, which is very good. But I don't know, that statement that AlphaTauri gave to us is like slowing down, like calm down, people, calm down. It's not gonna happen. When the reality is, it's gonna be changed. I mean, look, Formula One is Formula One. It's a wild force. We doesn't know what will happen next. Like Daniel Ricciardo, for example, would say they're gonna keep it up with the team until 2023. But in the reality, McLaren decided to change with another Aussie guy, Oscar Piastri. So I don't know that in the 2024 or the 2025 next, or even like a 2026, because the cost cap contract is now over. That they're gonna sell the AlphaTauri? Only time will tell. And for the drivers, Nick De Vries finally get his F1 seat or F1 debut for the first time, and he's compared with a Japanese dude known as Yuki Tsunoda. Bit of fun fact: AlphaTauri have the two shortest men on the lineup. Yeah. Moving on into the Williams Racing, the last team that we're gonna talk about, and also the last team in the standings last year. I still doesn't know how to describe this team. I know. The team that we didn't expect anything good, but we expect good one-off livery that we're probably going to see on the back. Yes, the team are having a new sponsor from McLaren, Gulf Motor Oil, and a fan expecting a good one-off livery from the Williams. That, like I say, we're gonna see on the back because they are a back markers team. But I think future's looking good because the new team principal, it was a James Falls, that from Mercedes. So I don't know. Is it going to be a good comparison? Is it going to be a good team principal, good comparison, something like that? Who knows? Only time will tell. And the livery is okay, and there's nothing special. Now, besides, we as a F1 fan expecting a good one-off Gulf livery in, I don't know, in Monaco GP or even a Silverstone GP. Oh, and forgot, their lineup for Williams is a new American kid on the block, Logan Sargent, or should I say Logan Hunter Sargent, because his full name, I mean, Logan Sargent can be more American than that. And of course, their main drivers, Alex Albon, it's still on the Williams. Yeah, we just said that we lost the GOAT TV. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the ultimate guide of the year 2023. If you like what you saw, please smash the subscribe button. See you next video. And don't forget to watch Formula 1. Don't miss it. All right? Goodbye.